Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about silver. Let's take a look at the silver chart again. It's very interesting at the moment. The overall wave count here for silver hasn't really changed in a very long time, and we've been focusing on bullish scenarios since September 22, since this wave 2 low, well, formed. And I just need to change. I did change the wave degrees yesterday. I forgot about that one. Yeah, and then we had here, it's difficult to say because that move up looks a bit like, especially here, this wave 1 looks a bit like a 3-wave move. You can count it as 5 waves, so I give it the benefit of the doubt, because if I count this as a 3-wave move, it can't be a larger degree 3rd wave. But I like the idea that this here could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, so 5 waves in wave 1. Then we have a wave 2 pullback, and I'm exploring the idea that we're now in a larger degree 3rd wave. So basically that third of a 3rd wave that we've been talking about for a long time, a very long time. And anybody who's been following us for, well, years, you know that we've been highlighting here, or I've been highlighting the idea of a third of a 3rd wave rally. It's just sort of the main element of a 3rd wave that we are waiting for. And yeah, in silver, I mentioned it yesterday, when silver runs, it runs not to a degree like crypto, where we obviously I cover crypto as well. But it's sort of similar to crypto in a sense that gold and silver are very much, you could say, binary. So either they are running or they are clearly in a correction. Or you could say that is straightforward, and that is, you know, that comment doesn't make any sense. It does, because it's not as clear in many stocks, for example. When I analyze stocks, it's not always clear if they are moving in an impulse or in a correction. Crypto is very clear, and the metals as well. That's why I like the metals market. Corrections, however, are very boring in the metals market. We've seen it here. This wave 2 took a long time. This wave 2 took a long time. But the rallies end very, very fast. And then we have a long correction again. So ideally, this is now the main element of the 3rd wave rally, the key phase, which is the main rally of that 3rd wave, of that 5-wave cycle to the upside. Again, so this could be a 5-wave move, 3 waves down. 5-wave move to the upside would be unfolding right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should get a 4 and a 5. I mean, if this larger degree 3rd wave there is indeed unfolding here, then I'm looking for the 1.236 extension as a minimum for that main 3rd wave. That's $33.85. But it depends also to a degree on these subwaves. So depending on how long they extend, it's possible that this larger degree 3rd wave reaches even $35 or $39. And I mentioned to you that 2024 should be the year of the metals, at least from what we saw on the setups and the charts. Now, if we are now in this third of a 3rd wave rally, there are a couple of ways how I can count this micro action. So let's talk about that. So obviously the idea, the base case, is that a 1-2 setup completed here around the 13th of Feb. And then if we zoom in further and I go to the 4-hour chart, I think this is a count that makes sense, in which we have 5 waves up in wave 1, 3 waves down in wave 2, 5 up in wave 3, 3 in wave 4, 5 in 5. It is a count that makes sense, but I don't like it that much for the following reasons. The 5th wave is very, very shallow, short. The 4th wave is also very shallow, and the wave 2 as well. So what happened here isn't crystal clear to me. It's unreliable as a wave 2 pullback. But then again, in a bullish market, pullbacks can be shallow. It's possible now that this 3rd wave rally is unfolding. Basically, we talk here about circle wave 3 within this large degree 3rd wave. If that's really the case, then, and the parameters haven't really changed since yesterday, then we could be here in another 1-2 setup. So for example, I'll change the wave degree in a minute. It could be doing this, okay? This is obviously an idealized structure. Basically, you can see that we have a 5-wave move to the upside into, well, today's high, yesterday's high. The pullback is corrective for now, which is good. That confirms upside continuation. It's not entirely clear to me if wave 1 here finished there at this stage. It's possible. Yeah, I shared with you that 5-wave move up already yesterday. After 5 waves up, it is possible that a wave 2 pullback is starting. If that pullback is happening, great, could be an opportunity. Not entirely clear if it's actually happening, because sometimes in the third wave, main element of the third wave, we don't get any more deep pullbacks. 1 second, let me just switch back. We sometimes don't get deep pullbacks anymore. But if there is a pullback, it would ideally start from here. I mean, are we in resistance? We can determine that right now. Yeah, I think so. We normally want a 1-2 setup, or let's say wave 1 of circle wave 3. Where are we? Here. Should ideally finish before breaking above the 78.6 extension. That's at $27.56. So this would be a resistance area between $26.82 and $27.56. If we get a sustained break above $27.56, I would assume we're already in, well, we are in this third wave already, and we don't get any deeper pullback anymore. Okay, so that's one key scenario I'm tracking, that we've already completed circles 1 and 2, and we're now in circle 3, and within that maybe a 1-2. Or, and that's the other scenario, if we break below support, so if there is a break below $24.94, then I would count it different. I would then have to say that we had a 1, 2, I'll change the color in a minute. This is 3, but 4 was here, and then this is 5. Both counts aren't great, but both valid. But the problem with this count is that only now we've completed 5 waves, which is fine. But then the 5th wave is very much extended. Okay, so both counts have a bit of a problem there. 1, 2, 3. I like in this count the depth of the wave 4. It's healthy, but the wave 5 is a bit too long. But in both, ideally, a pullback would happen now. Doesn't have to happen. We can use the $27.56 level as key parameter, as key level. If we get a break above it, it indicates we're already like more directly rallying. So hopefully that gives you some clear parameters, gives you an idea of where we are. $24.94, all eyes need to be on that level because that's the main support for the yellow count. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.